fellow Kaiju and non-Kaiju fans, Godzilla Co here, and with me are...
Anagoji, the one and only.
This is Neos.
And I'm the Godzilla Reader.
And for this episode, it's a double whammy because of what this month is. So this month is PTSD Awareness Month, as well as LGBTQ Pride Month. So,
Yay.
we decided to do this because we now have like characters for both topics. And the first topic we're going to be talk about is the PTSD in characters, and we get to have two of them. First one is Kate from Legacy of Monsters, and the second one is Koichi Shikishima from -1. So, I think that both of them did a pretty good job with the PTSD. I think they showcased it really well. And it felt real in both instances. And, more points to, -1 because of the confusion that Shigashima has to deal through after the war with certain events that I can't get into because one of us has yet to see it. But yeah, not really much to say because I'm not an expert in PTSD. I can only give the thoughts of how well I thought it did and all that. Which one of you guys wants to go next?
I like to go next. Yeah, okay. So, PTSD characters in two Godzilla products, being -1 and Legacy Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Yeah. So like you said, Kiryu, I don't think it would be necessary to go in detail with like -1 because one of us hasn't watched the movie, so not want a spoiler and all of that. But all I can say is that Koichi, the main protagonist in -1 with his PTSD, it is very well handled and really showcases basically the flight and fight situation that he goes through. Again, I'm not gonna go in detail because one of us hasn't watched -1. But in terms of Kate, yeah, that one is also pretty interesting, like how it is handled. Basically, in the case of Kate, she basically is traumatized by an event basically the 2014 event, more specifically the scene where Godzilla basically crosses through a bridge, and this event completely leaves her traumatized because she was face to face to like a destruction as well as a giant monster, and the worst of all, our students basically dying because the bus that she was going with basically fell. Yeah, and also yeah, I will say it is interesting what they did with her, especially how much it affected her. Because in later episodes we very much see that yeah, little moments, literally just little moments that she's into, literally remind her of this horrifying like event. Yeah, and I know some people out there are going to be like, oh well, this is a retcon to like 2014. Well, I don't think it is, especially since if you even like follow the context, Godzilla wasn't even like really attacking the bridge. The entire thing started because of the military, because they were firing at him. And well, Kate doesn't know that because she's mostly focused on like I guess the PTSD that she was having mainly focused on like the big thing and not like the other details outside. So yeah, I think that's all I can definitely. I think that's all I can say about it in terms of this topic. Like, yeah, the PTSD for like both Kate and Koichi were very well handled, and honestly, it's pretty good. So yeah, that's what I have to say about it. So we want to go next.
I got it. I can't say much about Koichi. I'll just say that the way it was handled, like Godzilla said, it was handled very well. I think Koichi's probably up there as one of my favorite characters in all of Godzilla human characters. When he's because of the PTSD he goes through throughout the movie. That's all I'm gonna say right there. But I'm just saying Koichi is probably a really good, and yeah, way he suffers through PTSD is pretty well handled. But I can't. And Kate, I get a lot of hate for this, but I'm not the biggest fan of Kate in the kit. In the well, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan. I don't think she is great. As great, I wouldn't say I hate her or anything. I just don't think she is as great as many people put her out to be. She's not a bad character. Don't get me wrong. It's just that she's not as great as many people
No,
put her out to be.
PTSD. Keep on
We're
track.
talking about her PTSD, not the
Yeah,
character
so
herself. Stay on
No,
top.
yeah, you don't have to
yeah,
preface.
but when the PTSD, okay, my bad.
Talk about the
It's,
PTSD. Stay on topic, dude.
but the PTSD she handles through,
Literally.
it kind of makes her look. I just don't unbelieve it, the way that the way that she handles it, because it's good in some parts, but it's not in other parts. The way she handles through PTSD, but that's just PTSD, and I have very and I have family members who do suffer to PTSD, and they don't go through that like the way she does. So maybe it's just me. And
Not everyone experiences it the same way, so that might be
yes,
the reason why you weren't able to connect to it.
yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah,
But yeah, I can't just connect to a character. Because in the first 4 episodes, I do not like her. But in the last 6 episodes, I do like her. But the first four, it's really hard to like her. Like her
Uh,
PTSD is not really well handled as it was with Creature. Like I just don't like this. I just don't like it.
I
Like
had
I don't like this
uh,
PTSD
sorry.
character.
Um,
I don't like this PTSD character.
I
uh,
had
My opinion, I know this is an
I
unpopular opinion, but
no, yeah,
Akane
yeah, you
does.
all you
we
s-
don't care.
all you have to
But
said was, yeah. I mean, her PTSD, the PTSD showcase, and not really all that well in my opinion type deal. Not, oh, by the way, I don't really like her at the beginning.
like
yeah, yeah, but yeah. Sorry if you could probably just edit some of this part out, but yeah, but
yeah. You're asking too much. You're asking Kiryu for to do too much editing. Like, come on, dude.
yeah, but this PTSD character, I'm not the biggest fan of. I think it's been what 400 other movies. Like I do think. Okay, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna bring up Akane real quick. Akane does suffer through PTSD. I believe that she
Dude,
suffers
she
through
does
PTSD.
not.
I
I've
mean,
seen this
that's
movie. I swear to God, she does suffer through PTSD because I've seen that movie so many times, and I'm pretty sure she does suffer through
Does
some
okay?
PTSD.
Does she ever has like? Does she ever like freeze up at all? Like sees Godzilla and she just freezes up and and her mind starts going a mile a minute
She
and
literally wants to kill herself because of Godzilla. There's literally a scene in the movie where she
that's
says,
that's not PTSD. That's literally just depression.
survivor's
"No,
guilt.
that's
That is survivor's guilt.
but it's the same thing as
No,
PTSD."
it's not.
Not.
Ugh, whatever. My opinion on Connor suffers PTSD. That's just
It's
my
not an
opinion.
opinion.
We weren't talking about a.
Like it's not a fact. No, it's not a fact. It doesn't even matter if it's your opinion. It's just not good at all. It's like what's the term I'm trying to find? It's a bad take. That's it. It's a bad take that you're saying.
Yeah, but she does something.
No.
All right, Niels,
Yeah.
your turn.
Unfortunately, I can't really say too much for Koichi since, well, I still have yet to see -1 myself. But at least for Kate, I think I can at least say, at least from what I have seen of Monarch, I think her PTSD was actually handled pretty well throughout this, or at least like throughout the first 4 episodes, and what little I have seen of episode 5, I think it's handled pretty well for the most part. At least like how they, at least with like how they show the fact of basically the events of Godzilla 2014 had affected her to the point where it's kind of made her scared. Like it's made her scared of like any sort of situation like that happening again, whether if it has something to do with like Godzilla himself or any other monster. Or and I guess like to go back on the topic of the whole thing of like what had happened to the kids that she was teaching before the event, before what happened where it basically led to the bus falling. Even though that part does kind of lean towards, like, I guess the fact it kind of would lean a bit more towards survivor guilt, at least on that front of like her probably feeling a bit guilty for what had happened to them. I feel like that's still at least kind of, even though like again like survivor's guilt and PTSD are two separate things, but at least I guess in this case they can kind of go hand in hand, where it's like her guilt for what had happened also kind of ties into like the fact that what had happened during that event had made her scared. And I guess like going back on to that part of what happened. Obviously, even though we do know in the like in the events of the movie, the military was attacking Godzilla when he had, well, when he had broke down the bridge during that during that scene. But in her perspective, she obviously wouldn't know because one, she doesn't really have any affiliation with them to begin with, nor really knew too much about Godzilla before seeing that event. So basically, in this sense, you're basically getting like a sense of like what exactly was happening like through a civilian's like perspective. That's basically what Kate's perspective during that event kind of was. Like you're basically getting to see it from ground level with basically if you were a person that didn't have anything to do with like the military or their plans during the situation, or if you weren't like Godzilla, a Muto, or any of the other kaijus in that sense. Like you're basically just seeing it from like the eyes of a person who has nothing to do with it and is only experiencing the dangers that are coming because of like because of everything that's happening during that event. And I think like at least for what it's worth with what they were trying to achieve by showing that with Kate and like how she reacts to the different situations that she's put into, or at least what reminds her of that specific event, I think it was at least done pretty well with what they were trying to do there.
So in regard, okay, so yeah, again, I cannot say anything in terms of Koichi, but in terms of his PTSD, would you call it survivor's guilt?
Yes. I'm gonna answer for you. Yes, I would call that survival skill.
What now?
Yeah, okay, because yeah, like, basically, I was going asking you like again in terms of Koichi, cannot
Um,
say a lot of stuff, but what I can ask is just in terms of his PTSD, would you call it survival's guilt? Survival's guilt?
yeah, both. He definitely
Yeah, okay.
has a buttload of both.
Yeah, because Neos, once you get the time to watch the movie, you'll see how much
Yeah,
Koichi.
I
No, no,
pity.
no, no. No.
No!
I was
Seriously!
talking. I was talking. Would you? Okay. So as I was saying, Neos, once you actually get the time to watch the movie, you'll see that Koichi's PTSD, like in terms of the event that he just happened to like live, which again I'm not gonna say, but basically that event really affected him, like especially when you see later on in the movie. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this.
Okay, moving on to the next topic. Uh,
Yes.
so, I primarily wanted this episode to be about the PTSD have. I spent a little bit of time on the first in Godzilla shows and movies. Um, our first LGBT character. And the only reason
Yeah,
why we're going over this is because Pride Month. And I wanted to
yeah,
do something with
and
that because, yeah.
yeah, and also because Kate over here, who later on we see her basically her sexuality of what she is, of like what gender she is into. As it turns out, that had a huge impact with the fandom, which. Okay, can I start with the topic?
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because I have a lot to say, especially since I just watched episode 5. Okay, so in episode 5, it is revealed that Kate is a lesbian, and that she actually had basically used to be in a relationship with another woman, which I suppose they're like partners, like teaching partners, because they obviously work on a school. And in terms of the little interactions we get with the two of them, it's pretty wholesome. It's pretty sweet. Like it's basically just two couples loving each other. And yeah, in this flashback, we also do get a little bit of a kiss scene. Yeah, Kate kisses her girlfriend, and this is where the fandom basically explodes. And after watching the fifth episode, all I can say is must be insane to you must be all insane to think that this is such a huge deal. Like, why is this a huge deal? I mean, it's where's the problem here? It's just two loving people that are in a relationship. Which okay, well, um, I'm gonna say the other stuff later, but again, I don't get why the fandom was so riled up when Kate was revealed to be a lesbian, and again, I don't see the issue here unless it's those absolute retards. We think that this is like woke, which correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't woke mostly associated with like racism, sexism, or that type of stuff?
Pretty
It can also
much.
be involved. In some cases,
Yeah,
it can also be
It
involved with LGBT, but that's just stupid.
I
yeah,
know
but the I mean,
I did not understand. Wait, hold on. I did not understand you. Your mic was like buggering, but can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I think in some cases people do kind of consider woke to be with the LGBTQ community, which I just think is stupid. But yeah, that's probably why they say it's woke.
even though that's not even what the word means at all. Literally, the whole meaning of the word is literally just to be like aware of like social injustice. That's all it means. That's all that word actually means. And every time you hear somebody say it now, it's like they always twist it to the point where they don't even know what the word means. They just twist it and just use it to refer to something they don't like, or just something that seems like even like the smallest bit progressive. They'll just say, this thing is woke. No, the heck it isn't. No, the heck it isn't. You don't even know what the word
Like
means.
exactly. Like the hell is how is this freaking woke? Like unless this is just unless you could say that it's I don't know a way for like the Godzilla franchise to like include like LGBT representation, but even then, where is the problem with that? LGBT people exist in real life. I don't maybe what I'm saying sounds not right, but again, I don't see the issue with like this when like these types of people exist in real life and they're not like bad people. They're just normal people living their life as a healthy relationship. That's what it is. I I I,
It's just
I,
people
I
that
don't get it.
it's just people that don't like change. That's all it is. Or just don't like something that seems a little different. That's literally all it is. That's all it is.
Oh well, I feel like they should get the complaint with the rare Iowa, but I'm not gonna. No. But anyways,
That's not what I meant. No,
fun.
when I mean that, I mean like it's
Oh,
literally
yeah,
people
yeah,
who
yeah.
live in
I know,
it
I
and
know.
they're just so homophobic. That's all it is.
Yeah, I know. But like, also another thing is okay. So if I understand right, people have made these. The fandom has like made jokes about the two main protagonists in Godzilla versus Megalon. Megalon, yeah, which is I think is two guys. They've made jokes about, oh look at that, both of them are cute together. They're like a gay couple. So you can go ahead and make a joke about it, but the moment it becomes a thing, that's where there is a problem.
It's
What?
even crazier when you think about the fact that people have basically been making jokes about that when it came to the kaijus.
Oh God.
Oh no! Don't tell me Godzilla and
No.
Kong.
You
Yep.
already
That's
know
it.
about that. You already knew about that one. Don't act like you don't.
Oh
Don't act like
no!
you didn't know about that
Oh,
joke.
I mean, that was just a joke. Yeah, that was
I
only there
know,
to
but
be
still,
funny. That's it.
I know that. I know that, but still, don't act like you didn't know about that joke.
Oh my god. But yeah, honestly, yeah, this whole like complaint about Kate being a lesbian, I don't know why it even exists. It shouldn't even be a complaint. Or I guess it's just people not liking stuff that is woke, even though again, there's no association with LGBT and with woke, which I feel like, yeah, people really don't know the definition and should really probably start doing their research and, instead of just coming out with this nonsense. Because it's like, again, I don't know what is wrong with that, or unless I don't know, it's just people being like, oh no, we cannot have that in our Godzilla series. This is disgusting. What? But yeah, I think I've said my piece. But maybe I'll bring out other points to it. But Lachno, do you have anything to say about it?
Kate, at first, it just came out of left field. Kind of actually shocked me that she was lesbian. I don't mind it as much, but I do think the fandom is kind of when it is kind of stupid. Just hate, just all the hate that they give to Kate for being lesbian. I don't understand why they give her the hate when people have been making jokes about, like you said, the guns of two people from Guns of Megalon being a couple. But when as soon as it's official, it's a problem. But I don't mind it. I don't think it ruins her character, even though I do have my own problems with Kate. But yeah, I don't mind Kate at all. To be honest, I don't care if she's lesbian or not. As long as she's happy, which
Okay then.
apparently I don't think we ever see that go again. So, eh, yeah.
Okay then. When you said that it came out of left field, what the hell does that even mean?
It kind of shocked me because I didn't think she was lesbian, but apparently she is. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was kind of spoiled by people about this stuff, about the lesbian thing, before I even watched the episode. So,
Oh,
even
okay.
though, and when I finally saw it, I didn't. I thought, but the way they were making it out, they made it seem like it was a big deal. Like, really, it's that bad? And then when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. They're hugging, kissing.
Ex-
How's that bad?
exactly. Exactly. They're just being like an happy couple. Like, oh, where is the issue with this?
Yeah, I just don't get it at all.
Okay, so that's your stand on it. Let's see. Neos, you have anything to say about this?
I guess it's just the fact that I honestly don't really get what was the point of there being like so much discourse over it. Because okay, sure, they might not have said much about it until actually seeing it in the episode. But even then, it's like
If you can go over what you were going to say about the whole LGBT stuff in the Godzilla franchise.
I guess what I was trying to say is just that I just didn't really see the point of people like getting that mad over it. I didn't really see what was the point of it, considering the fact that I don't really think it should be that much of a controversial thing, especially considering the fact that like one, it's a thing that already happens in real life anyway. I don't really see what was so bad about it that made people rage out because of it. And two, it's like one, it's not like this is the first thing that's shown it, and two, sure, I get back then it might have been considered a bit of taboo, but it's like further, even though there's still people that are still against it, unfortunately, it's a little bit more openly accepted at this point. So I still don't really see what's the point. And even then, I guess you also got the fact that this technically isn't even the first time that I that like this kind of romance has even been shown in like a Godzilla thing, because there's literally I believe it was published by IDW, but there was like one comic that already had it as like a
I talk about
Valentine's
the
special.
rules of Earth. I talk about the rules of Earth because there is an LGBTQ couple in there.
That might have been the name of the comic. I think. I think,
Oh,
but I
I
really?
know there
believe,
was one that had that there.
yeah, I believe in rules of Earth there was an LGBTQ couple in there. It's literally teased at the end of the comic. Near
Really?
part. Yep. From what I
Wow.
remember, they legit get married. Two girls get married between the main character and of Rules of Earth and another girl that I can't remember the name of.
Oh,
They
oh,
do get married.
wow.
So this is
Wow. Okay. So if I understand right, an official Godzilla product actually actually had an LGBT couple characters in it.
Couple before Monarch. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and no one had a problem, and no one had a problem back then.
I'm guessing the thing
nope.
is that people probably didn't. I'm guessing people just didn't. Either people didn't know about it much back then, or for some reason, or I guess like by the time it came out, it wasn't during this point where like everybody got mad over every little thing. I assume. I'm not sure.
Right. But yeah, I think we're gonna agree that this is a pretty stupid thing to even like talk about.
Yeah, because again, that's like it's. I don't really think it should be something that's like that far fetched to really see. Again, like if you have a problem with it, I mean, okay, but I don't think like it's something that inherently needs to get banned or anything, or really deserves as much of a reaction as people gave it once it did happen. Because it's like again, it's just like something that normally happens in real life. Oh God, excuse me.
Oh,
Sorry
okay.
about that. But yeah, like it's not something that really should be having. It shouldn't have gave off that kind of reaction. Like if anything, especially like when seeing it, it's mostly kind of like it's chill and just feels natural when it happens. Like that's all it really is. Like they're not like putting like I guess like a big amount of focus or like waving in your face is like it's there like just to show you that like that's and even then it's like they don't treat it like it's anything bad or if it's a big deal. It's just there. Like I really don't see what was even the problem with people like getting mad over it at all. Like it's not like there was anything bad happening aside from maybe just one thing, but it's not the fact that that is even shown is more related to something that Kate did.
I don't know if using those words. I don't know if using this word is like the correct one to describe those people. But if you really have a problem with like LGBT characters included in a piece of media, you're an homophobe. Like I don't know if
That's I'm
I
pretty
don't know
sure
if
that's
I
the
would.
correct word.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if I really want to go ahead and assume that to these people. But considering how things are, I have a lot of reasons to assume that you're an homophobe. Like literally.
Yeah, boy.
I feel like people the real thing that people should focus in terms of like Kate isn't the fact that she's a lesbian. It's more of the fact that what she does and what she did is a pretty scummy. She literally cheated on her partner. Literally, she literally this fucking bitch proceeds to literally cheat on her partner. I feel like that's what people should actually focus on, and not the fact that she's a lesbian. Now, okay, I think
Wait, I forgot. That
I
totally
think I
passed me because I was very paying attention. She cheated on it. That totally passed me by. I thought that was the same girl for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, yeah. No. She did. No. She did in the flashback of episode 5, like basically like before the whole like 24 before like getting into the 2014 bridge scene. There's literally a moment where like Kate literally is literally waking up and is looking at the text of her partner, and basically another girl another girl is in like in her bed which basically indicates that she basically
Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember now. Thank you for me. I remember. I'm sorry. It's been a minute since I watched Legacy of Monsters. Since I've
yeah,
watched Monarch Monsters, it's
yeah,
been a
but
real hot. I haven't watched it since it ended. So yeah,
yeah,
I know.
this is what people should literally focus on. Not literally, not the. I don't give a freaking damn that she's even a lesbian. I mean, if that's her thing, then good for her, good for it. But I think the real issue that people should talk about is the fact that she's a cheating bitch. And I know, I think in somewhere, maybe in some of the servers that were in, some people have said that this is that she made a mistake. No, I'm sorry, but I'm going to disagree with that. She did not make a mistake. She blatantly cheating on her partner. And if it was a mistake, I don't know. Try convincing me that it's a mistake. Like, try
Maybe she
convincing
got
me that it's
well.
a mistake.
Maybe she got
There,
blind drunk with this person,
there is
and
no, there is
Actually,
no bot.
I I'd like to think that it's a parallel to her dad. Well, obviously it's a parallel to her dad, but yeah, because her dad, he doesn't seem uh, real guilty about it. But Kate, unlike
She
her,
actually was guilty about it.
yeah, and it's like, oh god, I did this terrible thing last time I saw my partner, and I just feel horrible now. I don't deserve really anyone or these feelings I'm having for another character. Ah, type deal. Which, and I like how that also sort of ties in uh, with her mental state with the Survivors Guild and PTSD.
Okay, I guess I can give you that, but I think my issue with it is that, well, in the first episode, and I guess even the second, basically Kate was basically angry at her dad because, well, he kept a pretty bad secret to her and her mother. But I don't know, there's the fact that with their relation, that she also did the same thing that her father did. It kind of makes her come off as an hypocrite, if I'm being honest.
And I think that's also the point of like that side of her because she knows she's being a hypocrite, but at the same time, interact with her dad. It directly connects to her uh, because he was really in her life. But yeah, that's all I'm
Uh,
gonna say for now
uh,
about it.
Uh, well, I guess the quote, I guess the old quote, like father like daughter, I guess.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Good. Well, I guess it's a good thing that with characters you're allowed to either root or not root for them. And honestly, after seeing that, I don't think I feel like rooting for Kate at this point. Which okay, I get it. There was a reason for her doing for like this being a thing with her character, but like no, cheating is still cheating. If you're not honest with your relationship, then that's on you, honestly. And even if you're guilty about it, I don't know if I feel comfortable following a cheater. That's my stand on it.
I don't know. I still like the character.
But I was always saying I found it funny how you didn't like her at the first, I guess, the first four episodes, but then later on you liked her. And now for me, it's a bit of a contrast because I liked her, but now after finding out the shitty stuff that she did, I don't think I can root for this character. Like, okay, I get it, reasons and all, but still, cheating is cheating. But yeah, I guess to like end with the whole Kate thing. I feel like this is what people should probably focus on. This the character flaw of Kate, and well, focus on the character. Yeah, I think people should really focus on like the character flaw on Kate, that she basically did this extremely scummy stuff, and not the fact that she, and not the fact that this is that her sexuality is just being just her liking girls. I feel like this is what people should focus on, not the whole like LGBT stuff. Because
Yeah.
honestly, this whole complaint about it is ridiculous. And besides, if you're telling me that this was something that happened in a freaking Godzilla comic and no one had problems about it, I do not understand the world
Yeah.
anymore.
I think it's mostly because people enjoyed Brewers of Earth, I think it's mostly because of the kaiju action that they kind of glance over the LGBTQ thing. It's mostly because of the kaiju action that happens in the comics. They glance over the LGBTQ couple. I don't know what's up with these people. Make up your mind.
They only
I don't
care
know.
about the monster fights. That's it. They don't care about the actual story. They don't care about the characters. They only care about the giant monsters being the crap out of each other. And then whenever they see anything else, they say, "Okay, call me back whenever we need something. Call me back whenever there's another monster fight. I'm just gonna head out." That's all it is.
I don't know. I enjoyed the story of Rulers of Earth. It was a good comic. It was a really good
Yeah,
No,
comic.
but like,
I'm not saying you didn't. I'm saying most people in the Godzilla fan. Well, okay, not most, but just the ones that only want the monster fights.
I hate those people. Like you only care about the monster fights. Like they're so stupid. I hate people who like just skip movies to the monster fights. I just hate those kind of people because you should be watching the whole movie. Just say
this also gonna count a bit as self-promoting because why not? But I have a
Oh
but
Lord,
the main yeah, but anyways, the main protagonist of my Godzilla Nexus project, Rin, which by the way, here's an image of what she looks like. Still working on her on coloring on like yeah coloring her design. But the main character is basically bisexual. Basically, she if you guys somehow don't know the ones watching this video, bisexual is someone who is attracted to both genders. But
I'm pretty sure everyone watching this already knows.
yeah, I know my
yeah,
girlfriend's bi.
yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it did. But yeah, anyways, the character is bisexual, and later on in the story, I guess when she gets a bit older, she will end up being in a relationship with another girl. But yeah, that's just just I feel like that's just me including that. That's just me including that side of the character in a Godzilla project because not because of whole representation stuff. It's simply because I feel like I don't know, just giving her that detail because I don't know, feel like it could be different. Could give her like a bit of difference with like the titular. Give it a bit of difference with like titular protagonists, titular like normal protagonists from what you would expect from a Godzilla series. But yeah, but anyways, but yeah, that's all I get. Yeah, yeah. I think that's all I have to say about it. But yeah, I guess final words is I guess for final words with those people. Yeah, people, if you're one of those people, if you're like one of those people like really so against the whole like LGBT stuff. Yeah, all I can say is that I'm gonna stalk you in your house, and this is how it's gonna look like.
Brother,
Oh
what?
god. It's that scene from the Gaza analog horror, whatever it's called.
No, it's that no, that
It's the
one is
one that he got It's the one he got commissioned.
Oh,
well,
okay.
well, I did it. Well, technically, it wasn't a commission. It was a request from a Twitter artist. But yeah, this is how it's gonna look. If someone over there is a homophobe is a homophobe who is going out there just saying, "Oh, LGBT stuff is crap." Yeah, this is me literally going to stalk your house, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. Oh,
A bat.
so yeah,
Gonna be crap about them with a bat that you have. I
no,
don't know.
no, no. I'm joking, by the way, so don't take this serious. So yeah. That's all. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, I'm all over with this whole stuff. So yeah, I think we're all done.
Okay, so I don't want to reiterate what they've said already with the whole outside of Kate. They already have that covered. So, only thing I will say is that about Kate and her being LGBTQ, it makes sense because she lives in San Francisco, and from what I can remember, the last time I checked, San Francisco has one of the highest LGBTQ populations. So, there's that. Now, as for how they handled it, i.e., how natural it felt, and not making a big deal out of it, I believe it was pretty natural, in my opinion. And they didn't make a big deal out of it. They treated it like any other couple. And I am happy with that. I'm happy for that. And I want to see such things happen more in all kind of films and whatnot when there isn't a conflict or a plot point surrounding the orientation of a character. I just kind of like the simplicity that could balance out of what I just said about plot points or conflict surrounding the orientation and whatnot. Hopefully, I worded that correctly. But yeah, I don't have that much to say about this because, as I said, they pretty much said everything I wanted to say. So yeah, that's it for this video. Now, why don't you guys pip yourself out?
You can find me on Instagram at anagoji2017. You can find me on Twitter at anagojiofficial. You can find me on Twitch at anagoji2001. You can also find me on YouTube at anagoji2001. You can also find me on Facebook at anagoji. You can pretty much find me anywhere at anagoji. I do reactions on YouTube and gameplay series videos. Where I basically just stream games and I live stream them. So yeah. And I also do reaction videos or any type of reaction videos. Also, any reaction videos. I do request this for free, so if you want to see me, if you want me to request, for me to do a reaction to a video that you request, I will do it right away. I also got a Wattpad at 2001. I only got like one story or two stories right now, the character bios and my gym battle royale, which is currently in the works. I'm trying to get this third story in the works, but I'm also waiting on the opening, so that might be a while. So with that said, that's pretty much everything that I got to plug.
Well, I guess for the places you can find me on YouTube, you can find me under Neo Cyber, aka Neo Gamer 04. It goes by both names. And you can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, all basically under Neos underscore cyber.
You can find me on YouTube as Godzilla Reader. You can find me on Wattpad as Godzilla Reader. The tag name is Reader Godzilla. You can find me on Twitter as Godzilla Reader. You can find me on DeviantArt as Godzilla Reader, and you can find me on Tumblr as Godzilla Reader. Basically, the same name with nothing really changed.
And now, this is Godzilla Karu.
So add go to the one only.
This has been Neo Cyber.
And I've been the Godzilla Reader. Signing
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 out.
out.
out.